On a stormy night, a weary traveler named Jack found himself stranded at a remote train station. The station was old and desolate, with peeling paint and flickering lights. He had missed the last train home, and the howling wind outside added to his sense of unease. As he paced the platform, Jack noticed a single flickering light in the distance. Curious, he made his way toward it, hoping it was a sign of help. The light led him to a rusty old train, its windows fogged and its exterior worn. To his surprise, the train was still waiting. Feeling a mix of dread and curiosity, Jack climbed aboard. The interior was dimly lit and eerily quiet. He took a seat, hoping to find some solace while waiting for the storm to pass. As he settled in, the doors slammed shut with a jolt. Moments later, the train shuddered to life, slowly pulling away from the station. Jack's heart raced as he realized there was no conductor in sight. Where is this train going? He wondered aloud, but no answer came. As the train chugged through the darkness, Jack glanced out the window. The landscape shifted, but it wasn't the familiar scenery of his home. Instead, shadows loomed, twisting and writhing, and he could hear faint whispers drifting through the air. Unease settled in his stomach. "This can't be real," he muttered, trying to rationalize his situation, but the whispers grew louder, echoing his fears and regrets. "You shouldn't have come." Suddenly, the lights flickered and ghostly figures appeared in the aisles, faces twisted in sorrow, eyes filled with longing. Jack gasped as he recognized them. People he had known, lost to time and tragedy. They reached out to him, their expressions desperate. "Help us!" they cried, their voices merging into a haunting chorus. "We cannot leave this place." Panicking, Jack stood up, searching for a way out. "What do you want from me?" he shouted, his voice trembling. "You must face your past," one figure implored. "Only then can we find peace." Jack felt the weight of his memories crashing down on him, the choices he had made, the people he had hurt, and the regrets he had buried deep within. "No! I can't go back," he cried, but the train rattled on relentless. In that moment, the train screeched to a halt, and the lights went out. Jack stood frozen in the darkness, heart racing. The whispers grew louder, surrounding him, closing in. "Face us, Jack. You cannot escape." Summoning every ounce of courage, Jack spoke into the void. "I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt anyone. I've learned from my mistakes." A chilling silence followed, and then the lights flickered back on, revealing the ghostly figures once more. Their expressions softened, and for the first time he saw their pain transform into understanding. "Redemption is not easy," another spirit said gently. "But you have taken the first step." As Jack faced the figures, he realized that acknowledging his past was essential for moving forward. He reached out to them, his voice steady. "I want to help you find peace." In that moment, the train shook violently, and the spirits began to fade, their forms glowing softly. "Thank you, Jack," they whispered, their voices now filled with gratitude. "You have freed us." With that, the train lurched forward, the scenery outside transforming into a brilliant light. Jack felt a warmth enveloping him as the train accelerated, leaving the darkness behind. When the train finally came to a stop, Jack stepped off onto solid ground, breathless. The storm had passed, and the first rays of dawn illuminated the station. He turned back to the train, but it had vanished, leaving only a lingering sense of peace. From that day forward, Jack embraced his life with newfound purpose. He made amends with those he had wronged, cherishing the connections he'd almost lost. The haunting memories remained, but they served as a reminder of the journey he had taken and the importance of facing one's past. And though the last train had carried him through darkness, it had also guided him toward the light.